I'm a filmmaker to the core, and I appreciate every moment of growth or development. I mean, I'm grateful for the experiences I've had in the past and the remarkable works I've done. And I'm just excited to do new works, man, because there's no bus stop to this thing. We just keep creating, keep finding new ways, keep finding new mediums to tell the story. And I'm just here to, share another experience. That's it.
There's something people say about the types of films that Nigerians like to watch that, oh, we only like comedy, we only like to laugh. But this is a more reflective piece. So, what made you throw your weight behind this story?
I mean, I think all of us have a heart and a soul. And I feel like as long as we can reach to the heart and soul of people, yes, it's good to laugh, it's good to, but there are deep stories, there are topical issues that we must tell as an industry and as a people. We can't neglect such stories, and that's just one of what I'm here to showcase to the world. Yeah, yeah.
And more particularly, is there any one thing about this story that you really want to drive home, especially in society today?
Yeah, because family is everything, and the background you lay in the family goes a long way to have a ripple effect on how a child's outcome is in the future or something. So I'm very big on telling such narratives because it reflects on family and it reflects on the society at large.
Let's talk about, your role. It was pretty intense. I saw you being misunderstood, crying.
Well, like you said, it was intense. It was way out of my comfort zone, and it took a lot to be in a particular emotion and transition between emotions because it wasn't just one. There were a bunch of emotions as the movie progressed. So it was new for me, and I enjoyed it.
What kinds of emotions were they?
Well, we had happy moments, we had family time, we had sadness, we had anger, just range, good range.
So we get to see your range on this particular project.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm wondering if there was anything about Tutunlade that you felt connected to at all.
Um, I would say the part of being a child and being misunderstood. Maybe not to that degree, but yeah. I feel like every child goes through that phase where they feel like nobody gets me, nobody gets me. So yeah, I could relate to that.
Because you had those moments, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
You were a brother that was, you had a lot of antics up your sleeves. And I saw you disturbing Tutunlade.
Yeah. I'm sure that after this movie, a lot of people will hate my character. If they don't, it means I didn't do a very good job. The character is, the opposite of who I am.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I absolutely detest the character myself. But it was an amazing experience playing it. A bit challenging though, because I had to molest my cousin at some point, which is crazy, but it is what it is. I'm an actor now. We had to make it believable.
I saw that it's your screenwriting debut on the big screen. That is really big. We're not losing you to screenwriting, Sha.
No, 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 no. To be honest, I prefer writing, but I love acting so much as well. But writing is my first love. Initially, when I was contacted to write this, I felt a bit skeptical because having been a writer for many years and being a theater artist and all that, I have seen so many stories about sexual abuse, and because of my instinct to want to tell, to want to chart newer parts, I felt like I don't want to write this again. So many people have spoken about it, but you know I had to have a conversation with my wife, and then she's a feminist. I had a conversation with her, and then I watched a couple of films to get into the mood of the film, and then I came out different from it. I realized that I detached myself from this. This is not about my own awareness because I'm aware of this. I know how painful it is. I know how damaging it is. But so many people out there are not as aware as I am. So it's not about me. So I had to remove myself from it and find a way to tell this story in a powerful way, in a unique way.
We tell a lot of similar stories in Nollywood, but we need people that will look at the fresh angle of telling it, right? What kinds of conversations do you hope will start to happen from this particular story?
I mean, one of the things that I picked especially from To Kill a Tiger is how the community, the society tries to sweep, you know, um, these topics under the rug. You know, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to, we don't want to, we don't want to expose the perpetrators. You know, especially when they are close to home, especially when they are close to us. If it's a pastor, if it's a family member, if it's a benefactor, now you want to hide it because it's going to cause. You know, it's going to stop helping, we're going to be embarrassed, or you're going to be kicked out of your ministry and all that. You know, all that has to stop.
The title, was that your idea?
Yes, it was.
Did you guys have a conversation about what the title should
It, it,
It was him and the producer.
yeah, it was with me and she was hiding, always trying to tell me what to say.
What character do you play in Benefactor?
I played the role of Baker.
Okay, and what did she do? How did she contribute to this story?
She's an artist manager, so she managed. I don't want to go into it. She managed Bimbo Ademoye though.
Okay.
In the movie.
Managed Bimbo Ademoye.
Us.
Okay.
So-
Big girl. Okay. Based on everything that this story is, what do you think it teaches about life?
Morality.
In what way?
Because you have does not mean you should use your power. Yeah. Think deep.
You know, you are a mom, you are a grandmom. How should parents teach their children to keep boundaries?
From the beginning, you have to let them know what's happening, right? Especially young girls, those ones that were abused. And you have to be on the lookout too. Don't be lackadaisical about their parenting. You should not be lackadaisical, you know. You should be very, very careful, mindful, and be on the lookout. You have to be watchful. That's the word. You have to be very, very watchful.
When did you step into an understanding of boundaries?
I stepped into it first in 2020, but I had so many people around me, so I couldn't really. I felt like, I didn't want to offend people. But then fully, I would say 2024.
What
Last
happened?
year, I don't know what it was. I feel like, so from 2022 December when my dad passed, I felt like a major part of me, my brain shifted. Where it's like, at the end of the day, you're going 6 feet below alone. So why really care about a lot of things? But 2023 was about healing for me. So last year, when I came out of all of that, hiding, I would say yes, hiding, because that's where God puts me. I came out with, I know who I am now. I know my identity, not in anyone but in Christ. And you can't come and say anything else to me, although it just will not work. And if I'm not okay with something, I speak up. I'm not going to be rude about it. I'll be graceful. But, I don't appreciate this. Can we adjust? And I would always smile.
What would you teach your children about boundaries? Especially with the fact that not everyone can be trusted.
So first thing, I'll teach my children to know themselves. I'll teach my children to uphold certain values. I'll treat my children to be kind to all, but most importantly, understand that not everyone will love you. I'll teach my children to understand that people should not cross certain boundaries, and sometimes it's okay to say no, especially when you think it might be harmful to you. Yes.
And you are ready.